And Your Honor, this is the Spanish interpreter. The list indicates there are no Spanish speakers, but I don't know if that's been verified.
No Spanish speakers, right, Gail?
Your Honor, but the seals were indicating that maybe the no-name booker might be an interpreter.
Okay, very good.
I shall stand by.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Yeah, Jose Luis Gomez.
Mr. Gomez, I'm seeing you this evening on some warrants that you have out of Tucson City Court. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. The warrants that you have are for a 2024 criminal trespass and then 2 counts of disorderly conduct from September 30th of 2025 and shoplifting and criminal damage from December 12th of 2025. I do see that you are being held on a felony matter as well. I'm not seeing you on that this evening. You'll be seen separately in Superior Court for that. But as to these misdemeanor charges, I'm going to order that you be released, but you're not going to be released because you're being held on the felony.
I'm gonna go report on conditional modification to release on January 23rd, and they're trying to get me into rehab via Maria.
Okay, so I'm ordering that you be released on these charges, and I've noted that you're in custody on the felony, so that if you're still in custody at your hearing date on February 13th at 9 o'clock, that'll be a non-transport review. If you're out of custody by that date, you need to make sure you get to your hearing or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand? Okay, all right. And the City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you.
Yep.
Yes. All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Adrian William Orozco.
Mr. Orozco, I am seeing you this evening because new charges. I'm seeing you on some new charges that you haven't been seen on before. Allegations from December 6th of 2025 of burglary in the 3rd degree and trafficking in stolen property in the 1st degree. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this evening's hearing. I've reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $10,000 bond, and I see he's being held already on a $1 million bond. Did defense want to be heard on this one?
Yes, Your Honor, he is a 2 on the FTA scale, so he doesn't have a significant failure to appear history. Regardless, because of the $1 million bond, he's not going anywhere. I don't think that a $10,000 bond is necessary to secure him being in custody. I would ask you set the bond at $5,000.
All right, I'll set a $5,000 bond. Will be cash or secured, released to pretrial, posted, monitoring or treatment, no return to the incident location, and preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 23rd. Okay. That's all, sir. You're excused.
No, Your Honor, the seal let me know that Teresa Sturgis, the House felony, she refused to appear.
Okay, we'll continue her. Sorry. Oh, okay, and we're not gonna see Stone either. So I will continue both of them to tomorrow.
Your Honor, since nobody's up right now, I would just like to let you know I'm the victim in the Turner case, and if you need to hear anything from me, please let me know and I'll unmute myself and let myself be heard.
Sounds good, thank you.
Your Honor, Sturgis, Teresa, she refused the appearance today.
Yep.
So I have Mr. Turner.
Okay, thank you. All right, hi, sir, can I get your full name?
Patrol, Montevideo Turner.
Mr. Turner, I am seeing you this evening because you have a warrant out of Cochise County for a charge of unlawful use of means of transportation from alleged to have occurred on December 4th of 2025. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Let's see. So I see, it looks like Mr. Turner had a hearing today where his bond in his local matter was reduced to $1,000 and he has posted that. So, the amount on the warrant here suggests a $5,000 bond. And, so ma'am, Miss Dawson, can you tell me, are you a victim in his local matter or his Cochise County matter?
The entire thing. All the crimes that were committed in the vehicle that him and his defendant stole from me from a gas station at Broadway and Campbell.
Okay. So the Cochise County charge is related to that same incident?
Yes, Your Honor.
And, okay, so what would you like to tell me?
So it's my understanding. Can other inmates hear me? I don't want to put him at risk for anything.
Are there other inmates in the room? Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay, so from my understanding, at the hearing earlier today, Mr. Turner has a substance use disorder, and I feel for that. I am a recovery support specialist. I've been a recovery support specialist for many years, so I do understand the, I guess, severity of the drug use. My concern is the person that he was committing these crimes with is a very dangerous person. He's somebody that, without being sentenced or anything, is automatically being not referred to, but transported to DOC no matter what the outcome is. So that leaves me with the impression that he is either a parole runaway or a probation runaway. And you know, I've been left under the impression by the detective that both Mr. Turner and Moreno Sanchez are homeless. So if he gets put on the streets, you know, it's very quickly, I'm concerned that he is going to go straight to drugs. So if he ends up getting released tonight, I request that he is ordered to either be on an ankle monitor so that he can be watched at all times and guaranteed to show up to all further proceedings, and or be ordered to immediately go into treatment and get himself help. He is a young man. He does still have an entire life ahead of him. He did make a very big mistake. But me, myself, I know that mistakes can be turned around, and your life can turn it around if you actually truly want for it to be turned around. So with this crime being committed, I'm hoping that with my knowledge in the field and me suggesting some sort of treatment and or the ankle monitor, that I can help this young man have a bright future for himself rather than the crime future that he was leading towards having with the people that he was surrounding himself with.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Dawson, and were you present for the hearing today in Superior Court?
I was.
Okay.
Your Honor, Judge Fell pretty much disregarded everything that I said. Just said that he's being released to pretrial. And pretrial has already confirmed with me that even if they're homeless, they can still be released no matter what living conditions are. So he may or may not be homeless. I don't know. Being that he has supposed family that was willing to post a $1,000 bond for him and did post that bond for him, it's unclear whether he is homeless or not.
Well,
They
let
are
me
both not telling the truth in the story of everything that's going on, so it's kind of hard to tell.
well let me just tell you. I mean, I've read the motion to modify conditions of release that says that he has a court-appointed guardian who is his grandmother, and that he would be residing with her. So that's
Okay, so if you decide to go ahead and release him, then I request that he's released, since it's a grandmother, on an ankle monitor so that we can guarantee that he's going to show up to future proceedings.
So unfortunately, I don't have that resource at my fingertips. We don't have really ankle monitoring, that I can order at this point. But I do. I'm sorry.
Can you order treatment where he would have to either go into treatment for a 30 to 60 day period and or report daily to somebody so that you guys can kind of have some sort of tail on him on what's going on and make sure that he's not out there committing more crimes and or going out and using drugs again? Like I said, he's very young and he still has the opportunity to turn his life around, and I'd much rather see that happen than to see him follow down the path of the defendant that he was with.
So I just, to reiterate, this isn't a sentencing hearing. This is just to secure his appearance and set appropriate conditions. And I see that I believe he was released. Does counsel?
He was released on
No, I understand. Does counsel know if he was released to on the $1,000 bond and to pretrial, or just the bond? No, I'm asking the attorney. Thanks, Ms.
Oh, okay.
She says yes.
So I just want to make sure, Mr. Turner, that you understand that you've got a case now in Pima County and in Cochise County. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And let me just ask, Mr. Kaler, did you want to be heard on this at all? Okay, thank you. All right, what I'm going to do, Mr. Turner, is release you to pretrial services supervision. So you need to make sure that you are in contact with them tomorrow. Let them know that you're on release for both your Pima County case and your Cochise County case. I'm ordering monitoring or treatment as directed by them. I am ordering that you possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, and that I am ordering that pretrial services monitor you for substance use.
Your Honor, may we also add that since he is being released per the prosecuting office in Cochise County, it is required that he, at least for the initial, I believe it's, I forget what the initial hearing is called, but for the arraignment, since he's being released, he has to show up in person in Bisbee for that court hearing. He won't have the option of showing up over video. Moving forward, he may be able to, but that way that I don't know if he'll have transportation to get out to Bisbee or not. So I just want to make that clear.
Okay, so there's not a court date currently scheduled. What I'm going to order is that you call Cochise County when you are released tomorrow. Call Cochise County and ask them for a court date.
Okay.
All right, you're going to get paperwork with all of that information on it. Just make sure that you're in touch with pretrial, with your attorney, and with Cochise County, okay? I'm also ordering that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're excused. Thank you, Ms. Dawson.
1 second. Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name, please?
Bobby Medina Chacon.
All right, Mr. Chacon, I am seeing you this evening on a couple of different matters. You have a new charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, and then you've got a couple of warrants out of Pima County Justice Court. Those are for domestic violence assault from 2020, and then charges of drug paraphernalia, consuming liquor in a public place from June 12th of 2025. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Give me just a moment to look over your paperwork. All right, sir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order that you be held on $250 bonds on each of these matters. Those will be cash or secured. I am going to appoint Caitlin Waters to represent you. And you are going to be seen tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Pima County Justice Court to discuss all three of these cases. All right, that is all. You're excused.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're not 100% sure whether he needs a Spanish interpreter or not.
Okay. Sir, do you need a Spanish interpreter?
No,
Señor-
bueno, sí, señora, sería
Si ocupa
perfecto.
intérprete. Yes, yes, I
Sí,
can.
sería perfecto. Sí, por favor,
That's perfect,
disculpe.
yes.
Okay.
A ver, yo.
Sir,
Muy
can
bien.
I get your full name, please?
Dígame su
Vale.
nombre completo, por favor.
To the court, in your honor, the highest court, Bahir Kaka. Bahira space C-A-C-A or K, like with the cipher K twice, as in the Quran. I cannot recite it because it is sealed for Supreme Court case of an emancipation of a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Date of birth.
My birth is January 2nd of the 1992, and it is the other one, so January 2nd, 1992, that one.
January.
And then
Mhm.
for Afghani, for Afghan, for, you know,
And
Afghan.
tell me your name one more time. What's your first name?
Bahir Kaka.
That's your first name, or that's your first and second name? First and last name.
Just my first and second name.
Okay, and spell your first name for me again.
Bahir, Bahir.
BAH.
Bahir. Yeah, E with a point, RE.
So, sir, before I can have an initial appearance on these charges, we need to be able to understand your actual name and your date of birth so that we.
Like in Spanish, le
Ajá.
pueden decir a la señora que en la jurada, en español, Bahir es como Bahía, like Bahía.
Ok,
San
escríbamelo
Francisco.
en español, dígamelo en español. B de burro,
B de burro, A de aire, H de H de jamón o jamiar,
A,
I de iguana o aguala o agana, R, R es de rojo y E.
ok, se la voy a repetir. Se lo voy a repetir. B-A-H-A-I-R-E.
No, B-A-H-I con el punto, soy I como para Iván.
Sí.
Y Iván y R,
Ok, B-E-H-I-R-E.
No, B-A.
Ok, ahora es B-A. B-A-H-I-R-E. Okay.
Viaje.
First name, Your Honor, is spelled B as in boy, B as in boy, A-H-I-R-E. Ese es su primer nombre.
Sí, mi primer nombre.
¿Y su apellido qué es? I'm asking for his last name.
Como cacahuates, como
C-A,
como cacalamas, como cachi.
ok, escriba, dígamelo. C-A.
Sea el
Okay.
deseo, sea.
It would be C-A-C-A-C-A.
From air, a navigator, navigate only the airstrike of
Es Takaka.
yes, airship, air flight, air.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
So records also, before we do the bookings, we do digiscans
Yeah.
on the prints, and we found a hit for him. We also have a name of Luis Flores, date of birth 7/11/99. And it's out of an agency out of Maricopa County. That's just the information that we have from the records when we did a digiscan on him.
Dice el oficial que también checaron las huellas digitales y tienen un registro del condado de Maricopa con un tal Luis Flores, fecha de nacimiento el 11 de julio 1997. ¿Es usted?
No, señora. No,
that is not me. That is
Yo
not
puedo
me.
hasta ir a la Corte Suprema, bueno, no a la Corte Suprema, sino a la Corte suya y presentar un caso, en caso de la diplomacia de Nicaragua, la de Colombia y la de México, que tiene mi actual pasaporte de Afganistán, Irak y Egipto, la cual me liberará de ese nombre
Un momento, por
que
favor.
nunca es
Un
mío,
momento.
nunca fue y no puedo porque más rápido fue la cocaína que voló.
Okay, un momento, por favor. No, there's a case that's pending. I could go show you in your courthouse where it shows from Nicaragua, Colombia, and Mexico that there's a passport in my name that I'm born in Afghanistan, and also I'm also from Egypt.
So I have three. I had to wait for Syria, but I could not wait in Syria because the
Sir.
agent that was with me,
Sir, can you
but
just a second, okay?
yes,
Un momento, señor, por favor.
sí, señora.
So can I ask you at the jail, were you able to run his information as Luis Flores with that date of birth to see if there's anything else pending?
On that, so we can verify certain information. It's just that that's the name and date of birth that came back with the digit scan that we did before the booking process.
CIA badge. That way you can help.
La juez le preguntó al oficial si acaso vieron si tenía otros casos bajo el otro nombre. Dice que no tenemos más información, además que se regresó a cuando se escaneó los dígitos. I was kidnapped.
And I was brought over to Mexico. So in Mexico, they have a code of empatía. Basically, it says that I had to turn in my passport in Ciudad Mexico. And when I entered, don't go to Ciudad Juarez, go straight to the desert. And if made it to May 1 or May 4, you are now cause of Afghanistan, and I would have the right of arm to protect the Constitution of the United States of America.
Sir,
But that one is not.
let me ask you a question. You live here in Tucson?
No, Your Honor, I am homeless. I was brought here on a case of a missing child or a missing person that was years ago, many years ago, 20 years ago, and he was known to be deceased. So they brought me in a tank of those shipment boxes, the ones that are in boats.
Okay, let me ask
But
you one other question. Have you ever been to any behavioral health services here in town? Have you been to like La Frontera or Cope or anywhere like that before?
No, I cannot because I don't want, but I don't have mental issues, I'm rational, I'm sane, and I'm coherence, which is symbol and intelligence,
All right,
which
so
is benefit.
So, sir, I am going to continue your hearing to tomorrow morning so that the jail can be certain about your identity. And we have that additional name and date of birth now that they can try and verify. So you're going to be seen tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gracias, señora.
A usted. May interpreter be excused, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Buenas
night.
noches.
Buenas.
Oh,
Okay, give me just a moment, sir.
Yes.
that's it.
All right, can I get your full name, please?
Leroy Estelle.
Mr. Stowe, I'm seeing you this evening because you have a warrant out of Marana. for a charge of drug paraphernalia from 2022. I do see that you are in custody as well on a felony matter. I am not seeing you on that. You'll be seen separately in Superior Court. You are being held without bond currently on that, though. It appears there might also be a probation violation out of Marana. What I'm that you be held on a $500 cash or secured bond. I will appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you, and you're going to be seen tomorrow by video on January 14th at noon. And I think you'll be dealing with both your probation violation and this other 2022 charge in Marana.
Is it in January 14th? That's when I will be dealing with that? Or I'm just a little confused. I'm sorry.
You're gonna go to court tomorrow to
Okay.
by video to deal with your Marana cases. And then you'll be seen separately in Superior Court to deal with your felony matter. I would guess sometime later this week.
Okay. They told me I was going to court tomorrow morning. I was not sure.
You're gonna go to court tomorrow morning and but you're gonna stay in custody for now.
Okay, so I can't bond out.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're being held on your felony matter without bond.
What is the $500 about? I'm
That's
confused.
That's just to secure your appearance in Marana and get you a hearing tomorrow morning.
Okay, so I don't pay the $500, I don't get a hearing?
You're gonna, right, don't post the bond because you're being held on the felony.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Okay,
And all right, thank you.
you're welcome. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I just needed to do that last one, right? For Chico.
Yes. It's just that one. I was observing, so it's.
Yeah, he was seen. Yeah. Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Diego Alberto Chavez Ortiz.
I am seeing you this evening, sir, because you have a probation violation out of Pima County, or I'm sorry, out of Tucson City Court. So I'm going to read that to you now. It says that on May 23rd of 2024, you were adjudicated guilty of extreme DUI. You were placed on unsupervised probation for 36 months. You were given written conditions of probation. And the prosecuting city attorney alleges that you violated your probation by failing to provide the proofs that were required. I am going to enter a denial of that allegation.
Yeah, I have all the proof in a folder that I've completed everything, and I have payments, receipts of everything.
So it looks like it's your DUI, education and treatment, and MAD VIP class. You did those?
Yes, I've completed that, and I have just 200 or 300 left of payment. Everything else is completed.
Looks like this warrant issued when you
I did.
when you did not appear in court on September 3rd and then again on September 30th.
Yeah, I don't recall ever knowing that because I would appear. I don't know if I didn't get a phone call. I wouldn't have known. I've appeared to every court date that I've had. I don't know why it says I didn't show up. That's why I was a little confused. Because I've never missed a date and I've never missed a payment.
Well, you did miss a date because it looks like you were supposed to file proofs in June and you didn't ever submit those. And so then you were ordered to go to court to talk about so that you could turn in those proofs. So let's see.
Is there any way I can still show my when I did my classes, my counselor told me that she was going to send in the proof that I completed, and I've emailed the court the MAD certification, and I also still have it, but I emailed it to court.
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a chance here to fix this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. I can, yeah, I have my certifications. I have proof. I have all my paperwork, my payments. I have everything that I should have done and required that is asked of me.
All right, let's see. So I'm going to order that you be released on your promise to appear. I'm ordering that you do not drive without a valid driver's license and you possess or
No.
consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. And let's see, you're hearing in Tucson City Court to show your proofs is
Yes, ma'am.
going to be on February 2nd at 9 o'clock in the morning. All right, you're gonna get paperwork with that information on it. Just make sure you get to that hearing.
Okay. Would I put receipts on my folder of on my paperwork?
I can't give you legal advice, but I would say bring everything you've got. Okay? Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're excused.
Thank you.
Stopped working. Do you have another one? Yeah, I don't think it's actually that. This one. No. Okay. Hey, give me just a moment, sir.
No.
All right, can I get your full name, please?
Laney.
Mr. Laney, I am seeing you this evening on some warrants that you have out of Tucson City Court. They are for charges involving child abuse from 2024, domestic violence charges from January of 2025, and additional domestic violence charges from August of 2025. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Let's see, it looks like you are also being held on a felony probation violation as well. I'm not seeing you on that tonight. You're going to be seen separately in Superior Court. I would guess sometime in the next week or so to deal with that. As to these charges in Tucson City Court, Judge Million asked that I set a $5,000 bond, so that is what I will do. It'll be a $5,000 cash or secured bond, order that you commit no acts of domestic violence, you have no contact with any victims, and I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. Judge Million will see you in about a week, January 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. You understand all that? Right, your excuse, sir. Mhm. Yeah, thank you. Hey, sir, can I get your full name, please?
Marshall Michael Sanchez.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm seeing you this evening on a couple of different matters. First, there are allegations from December 23rd of 2025 involving aggravated assault and armed robbery. And then from January 12th of this year, aggravated DUI, 2 count, aggravated unlawful flight from law enforcement, criminal damage, kidnapping, and endangerment. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this evening's hearing. So I have reviewed all the information provided, including the state's recommendations of a $50,000 bond on the ag assault robbery charges and a $25,000 bond on the ag DUI and associated charges. I also understand that there's a probation. He's currently on probation. I don't think there's a hold yet, but I would anticipate one will be coming. I'll hear
Your
from.
Honor, the jail reported that they did place a hold.
They did. Okay. All right. So did defense want to be heard on the bond amounts?
Yes, Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. He is currently unemployed and he doesn't have savings to post any significant amount of bond. Pretrial services did speak with his wife, who indicated that she can provide transportation for him to court, and currently he's no bond on the probation hold. I would ask that you set the bonds lower than what the state's recommended. On the DUI case, I'd ask you set the bond at 10,000, and on the robbery case, I'd ask you set the bond at 35,000.
I'm going to set $50,000 bonds on each case. Those will be cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 23rd. That's all, sir. You're excused.
For the defenders.
Yeah, that's the
No,
number. And then that's your bond, it's 100,000, but it's also secured, so you could go through a bail sponsor. Good luck. Melanie, stand up. Okay, stand up.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
David Rolando Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, I am seeing you this evening on a charge of aggravated assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And I understand that we have counsel Curtis Fisher on the line for this evening's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $100,000 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Yes, good evening, Your Honor. I first want to start off by saying that Mr. Lopez is a long-term Tucson resident. His parents reside here. His sister is present in the city as well. He doesn't have any prior criminal history, no prior bad acts. From the pre-sentence report or from the PTS report that has been provided. Pursuant to Rule 7.2 of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, I'm going to be asking that he be released on a significantly reduced bond, given his lack of criminal history, significant ties to the community. Also, based on the probable cause statement, there's a lot of ambiguity in what happened in this incident. It's unclear from Mr. Lopez's statements and from the surveillance footage from the apartment complex as to really what happened. There are several defenses that could be raised, including self-defense and potentially defense of others, pretending on what happened to the other individuals that left with the victim at the time. So, Your Honor, based on the mandate of 7.2 is to ensure the appearance of the accused, safety of the community, as well as protect against any intimidation to witnesses. Mr. Lopez has strong ties to the community. I think he's going to be in the process of hiring my office, and he has family that will make sure that he appears at all future court dates. He's also employed with Red Bull. He does sales as well as drive for that company. So, Your Honor, I don't see him being a flight risk, and then pretrial services can monitor and make sure that he doesn't have any connections or anything with the potential victim. He comes from a really good family. So for those reasons, Your Honor, I would ask for he be released to pretrial services, or in the alternative, a $10,000 bond, cash or secured.
Thank you. Mr. Killer, did you want to be heard any further beyond what's in your recommendation?
Your Honor, if I would note that the injuries to the victim in this incident were very severe. There is video surveillance showing Mr. Lopez assaulting the victim even after officers had initially seen some of the injuries and have left. His father-in-law was helping the victim out of the apartment, and Mr. Lopez then chased after him and struck him further. Mr. Lopez does not, was not injured in this incident, and so was raising the idea of justification or anything like that. But, I would argue that there's no evidence at this point of any defense of others or defense of self at this point. Just very severe injuries to the victim in this case. So, Your Honor, that's the reason for this bond recommendation, and the no contact request with the victims.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to order a $50,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no contact with the alleged victim. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 25th. All right. And that's all, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's my only matter. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ma'am, can I get your full name?
Hi, my name is Maria Christina Lozano.
Ms. Lozano, I am seeing this evening on a few different matters. You have a new felony charge. Well, it's alleged to have occurred November 17th of 2025. And then you've got some cases out of Tucson City Court that are in warrant status. We will deal with those next. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this evening's hearing. So I have reviewed the information that's been provided. It appears that Ms. Lozano was on release, kind of pending a steps case when these charges were alleged to have been committed. So the state, in lieu of no bond, is asking for a $2,000 bond. And I am very likely to set a bond in these misdemeanor matters as well, just so that council knows. I'll hear from defense.
Your Honor, she has no felony convictions. This one pending case is a personal use drug case. I did speak to her defense attorney earlier today, who indicated that she had a case management conference in that case today, which she voluntarily showed up for. So I think that demonstrates that at this point in time, she's taking it seriously to start showing up for her court dates. And given all of that, I would ask that you give her an opportunity to be released. If the court intends to impose a bond, I would ask that it be $500.
All right, so I'll order a $500 bond in this matter. It'll be cash or secured and released pretrial posted. Monitoring or treatment is directed by pretrial. Do not return to the incident location, which was Walmart. Preliminary hearing is scheduled for January 23rd. Right. And then your Tucson City Court matters. There are, looks like 4 domestic violence cases, all from 2025. A shoplifting case also from 2025. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2025 matters out of Tucson City Court, and warrant issued December 4th after not appearing on several occasions. And Judge Millions asking for a $2,500 bond. So I will order a $2,500 cash or secured bond. In your Tucson City Court matters, order that you have no contact with any victims. And I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And Judge Million will see you on January 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. So if you post your bonds, ma'am, you need to make sure you get to your hearings. Otherwise, you'll have video hearings on those days.
Your Honor, I am my mother's only caregiver, and I am now on the right track. I'm taking care of
Ma'am,
business.
I'm not going to reconsider that. You've had lots of opportunities. So that's all. You're excused. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Austin Clifton Markley.
Mr. Markley, I am seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, burglary in the first degree, and possession of a narcotic drug. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this evening's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $75,000 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Your Honor, he has lived in Tucson for 31 years and has ties to the community. He has family here. He's not currently employed, so he doesn't have any amount of money to put towards a bond. He is enrolled in behavioral health services through Kodak, which he would continue to engage in if a lower bond is available to him so that he could be released. I'd ask you to set the bond in this case at $25,000.
I'm going to order a $75,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. And no firearms or weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with the alleged victim. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 23rd. That's all, sir. You're excused. Sir.
Thank you.
Or. I'll help you. I'll start.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jonathan Edward Saltman.
Mr. Solnick, I'm seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, unlawful imprisonment, and domestic violence aggravated assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for this evening's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $5,000 bond and the Form 4C that shows an elevated risk or actually a high risk to this alleged victim. I'll hear from defense.
Your Honor, he's a 2 on the failure to appear scale, so he doesn't have a significant failure to appear history. He has lived in Tucson for 10 years and has ties to the community. Given his disabilities, it's going to be difficult for him to live in the jail. I'd ask that a bond be imposed that's low enough that he may be able to post it. I'd ask that you set the bond at $1,000.
I'm going to order. I am going to order a $5,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured and released to pretrial posted. Monitoring or treatment is directed by pretrial. No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no contact of any kind with the alleged victim. I will put in my order that if you were to post your bond, you could return to the residence one time with a law enforcement escort so that you could collect your personal belongings. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 23rd. That's all, sir. You're excused.
Excuse me. Nothing took place at all.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.